Welcome to your national weather update from the Met Office. It is turning milder, but it's going to be a slow old process. And during that transition, we are likely to have further issues with snow and ice. We are starting cold. Where's the mild air? Well, that's behind me, way out in the Atlantic. Quite warm air, this actually, tied into an area of low pressure. And this low pressure is going to track towards the UK slowly but surely over the next 24 to 36 hours, bringing in the milder air and eschewing away the colder conditions as we head through the weekend and into Monday. Now, as this low arrives and these weather fronts arrive, they're bringing not just the milder air, but also moisture, which means wet weather. And it will be rain across southwest England and parts of Wales, but as it hits the colder air into Wales, well, it could easily fall as snow for a time, and northern England, and then into parts of Scotland. A few hours of potentially heavy and persistent snow. That could cause some problems, and even further south, where it'll mostly be rain, it could fall onto frozen surfaces and make things very icy indeed. So we do have Met Office yellow warnings in place for Sunday. More on that in a moment. First of all, let's get through the rest of the weekends. Yes. Frosty once more to start with on Saturday morning, and we do have some showers coming in through the early hours of Saturday morning over parts of southern Scotland, northern England and Wales. It could turn things quite icy. Snow over hills, mostly rain at low levels because seeing some slightly milder air coming in from the west already. But further south and east, it is another cold start on Saturday with a hard frost over eastern England and northeast Scotland. On to the details for Saturday, and a frosty but sunny day across the Midlands, much of eastern England and northeast Scotland, but a cloudier day for northern England, particularly to the west of the Pennines and North Wales. And there will be some wet weather at times here. Mostly rain at low levels, but some further hill snow is likely, so the Trans-Pennine routes may not be too clever, and the potential for icy conditions, especially early on and late on. And throughout the day across western Scotland, showers coming in here. Again, rain at low levels on the coast, but up across the Highlands, certainly further snow showers will come in. Most of the day looking dry and bright for Northern Ireland, sunny spells across the south. Still cold, but the dizzy heights of 4 or 5 Celsius, most of us haven't seen those for a while. And further west, look at that, 8 or 9 degrees. And we're going to go higher still on Sunday as we start to see that weather system moving in. Still, though, on Saturday evening, temperatures will drop sharply across the south. So bear that in mind if you're heading out. Another sharp frost before the cloud starts to spill in. And this is that weather system that we saw earlier. These weather fronts bringing rain initially, certainly across the southwest of England and across much of Wales. But over the hills, it will turn to snow through the morning and then into parts of the Midlands and northern England, and then creeping into parts of Scotland. And all the while, on that leading edge, hitting the colder air, there could be some snowfall. It could be heavy, and as I say, it could last for a while. Even further south, where we've got mostly rain, as it arrives, hitting that cold surfaces, we could see things turning very icy indeed. The winds switching direction by Sunday, but the winds themselves also getting quite lively, and the rain in the south also pretty heavy. So plenty to consider for Sunday. Sunday afternoon is not a very pleasant afternoon. Just bear that in mind if you've got plans through this weekend. Let's take a look at the temperatures for Sunday, because we're going to start still around freezing across central and eastern areas. And only slowly will the temperatures be ticking up. But you can see here the milder air pushing northwards, not really reaching northern England and Scotland until Sunday evening. So most of the day will still be cold, and of course feeling cold as that snow followed by rain arrives. But further south, look at this, double digits, maybe even into the teens by the end of Sunday. So yes, much milder air is on the way, but it's not without its hazards as it arrives. Those southerly winds also picking up, bringing the milder air, but they will also be quite lively at times around the coast. So, as I said, plenty going on. Please keep up to date with the weather warnings. We do have a few in force. Met Office yellow warnings for snow and ice. And keep up to date with the forecast, particularly if you've got plans through next week, Christmas week as well. I say, lots going on. So stay up to date. The best way to do that, subscribe to our YouTube channels and follow us across social media.